The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable is back. It's my favorite time of the month. Got the gang with me. Voltron is back full. Langston, welcome back, my brother.
Yo, it feels good to be home,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Thanks for having
Round
me
of
back,
applause
bro.
for Lang.
It's been a little weird not having Lang here, you know, but like we said on the last episode, get your shit right, come home, and you back.
Love y'all, man, for real.
To my left, steady snob and the rap snob himself, Sincere.
Always. Was good.
Deanie, the balance.
May the force be with you.
And we have a special guest with us tonight, super producer, Minnesota. What's good, family?
What it is, home team. What it is, home team. What it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vibe.
Welcome, welcome.
We are tonight's
My favorite
entertainment.
drop. Tonight, we're going to be talking to Minnesota about a lot of things hip-hop related. We're going to do the news on the back end of the app. I know we usually get into it firsthand, but we want to talk to our guests. We want to let the people know what it is because he's done a lot of things, a lot of valid things. Ain't no bullshit over here at the Rap Roundtable. So, Deanie, since you plugged us in with this special guest, we're going to give you the floor. You're running the ISO here. Talk to us.
All right, shout out to y'all, shout out to the listeners, shout out to super producer Josh, shout out to Jig in the back. Want to give a shout out to the homies on deck.
True.
I'm here with a longtime friend. It's not just an interview, it's a longtime friend. Since back in New Millennium Barbershop, Soundview Vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Boogie Down Bronx, home of the hip-hop, don't ever forget it.
Word up.
Yeah.
You know, we rocking with Minnesota Money Boss, legendary, classic.
Thank you, home
Talk
team.
to us, how you been feeling, man?
Just healing up, man. Taking everything moment by moment and going full steam with music again and hoping it flips back around to something with some substance, something with some, you know.
Facts, I've been listening. Talk to us, though, healing up. Break it down for us.
In September, I had a brain aneurysm. And, you know, I was in the hospital. I was in a coma. I went through a few things. So with me coming back to life, because I feel like I died and came back to life, but, you know, with me coming back and getting better, I just said I'm going to get back into music. I'm going to go full steam, you know? So why not?
You looking good.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you have like more of a purpose now?
Oh, shit. Look, I said I died and came back for this shit.
Yeah.
Chance.
You already
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't explain it. You know, when I was in a coma, I had a dream and I saw my son's mother's deceased. I'm a single dad.
God bless her.
And I saw her, I saw my father, and I saw my grandfather. And you remember the end of Carlito's Way when
In the train station?
in the train station.
Yeah.
I was on the inside and they was on the other side where all the people were walking and they was just looking at me like, yo, don't come over here. They were mad at me. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, I have another perspective on life where it was a lot of shit where coming from my background, you're supposed to do things to people, you're supposed to hurt people, you're supposed to, you know, being a producer that got lucky to be a producer because I was always in the street. It was like streets first, music second. So I was always straddling the fence in between those two. So
you say streets straddling the fence.
Yeah.
Before we got on wax, you even mentioned selling crack. So
that was when I was a teenager, but I was in the big fields.
right. So that path from going there to becoming the producer and getting a placement, what was that like?
I could do this. This is actually real. But you know what though? Growing up in the Bronx when I was a kid, I loved music, and I was always cutting on somebody's turntables or. So when hip hop started, I was the baby playing tag at the jams.
Oh, okay.
That was just that was the backdrop to life,
Bro, that visual right there, beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? And for the record, no disrespect, I'm not dissing Cool Herc. Hip hop started in Soundview,
Okay.
East Bronx.
So not Sedgwick Avenue, not the west side of the Bronx.
No. Go look at some interviews and look at Cool Herc's face when they asked him about DJ Mario.
Okay.
Hip hop started on Soundview Avenue. And there's a guy. See, when you people in the Bronx don't talk, and they'll just let it ride.
Fair.
So I'm not saying Hip is not one of the founding fathers, but he was on the West Side playing disco.
So why has no one ever stepped up and said, you know what, this
It's
ain't
not-
that?
He's a part of it, but when you speak to the elders in the Bronx, they're like, oh, Herc used to come over here to Soundview. His sister lived in the projects over here. She was dating a guy over here, so he would come over here and check out what Bam and Mario was doing.
Because when you look at the hip hop card for hip hop, you know it says DJ Kool Herc throwing a birthday bash for his sister August 11th, 1973, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess a lot of people attribute it to that, you know, like that was the essence.
It's weird because like you could always like kind of like move the line a little bit here, a little bit there. You know what I mean? Like before Kool Herc did it, you could always say, well, he was influenced by such and such.
Right.
Did it before him, or that he might have got an idea from somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's always like
I'm not saying he wasn't a part, but he was on the West Side playing disco, and I'm regurgitating what the elders say in the Bronx.
Right. Okay.
And then at a certain point in history, you had some motherfuckers out in Queens, and I love Queens, but then we had to put family business to the side and just let them know what borough it came from.
I know Hassan.
word?
Hassan did that for controversy.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because now, at the same time, my family's from, I was supposed to be a Queens nigga.
Oh, word?
So my family is from Farmers Boulevard and Liberty Avenue.
Okay.
And my uncle took me to a jam when I was 4 or 5 years old. And they had the Future Sounds crew and the Cypher Sounds crew. And they were up on like Farmers and Anderson. So the Queens was on it at the same time.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, seeing the Bronx so far as them stinky parties with people smelling like shit, breakdancing, and doing electric boogie, they always leave the funk out of the party.
Yeah, they leave that major tone out.
But hey man, the Bronx.
I mean, that was before my time, but like I've seen clips, and having a teenager, I know sometimes like they just go out and do their thing. Don't worry about no type of hygiene whatsoever. They just out wilding. So I believe it. I believe it.
Well, if I may, I'm sorry, Sin, but like what? Because like today is so different. Like if I listen to music, I want to make beats. I can like do it on my phone and learn that way. Like how does a kid from the hood like you at that age, like how were you introduced to music, and what made you want to be a producer?
I was always all right. Let's get something straight. Everything before 1984 was about music, dancing. It was like I was doing electric boogie one week, and then I came outside, and all my friends was wearing Timberlands and clout leathers and Roof of the World jackets, and everybody dumped music for money. We were all selling crack, and we were 13 years old. Wow. So, in essence, crack killed hip-hop. Everything was a joke. You wasn't the shit unless you was out there standing on the post Monday through Monday, out there trying to make your money.
Yeah, we've heard those stories from a lot of people.
Right. So it was literally like 1 week, it was all about this, and then the next week it was like, oh shit, we have more money than our parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big dough money.
13 years old, we putting OJs on hold. Everybody's putting up 20. It was 20 an hour for OJ car service. So 4 of us put up $20. We going everywhere. We going to Edenwald. We going to Webster.
For all those who don't remember, them OJs is when you just paid a few dollars extra to jump. But it was a big dog cab though. It was like the Caddies, the Hummer. They were pretty much sprinters, but back in the good old days. You know what I'm saying? Back to you, mate.
Right.
Yo, let me interject here, because I want you to talk your shit a little bit.
Yeah.
Let us know who's part of the discography. Like why?
Okay.
Because you hear.
I'll go to. See, the problem with me is I have memory issues since I went through what I went through.
Okay.
And even before that, I had them. But what I will say is, my top tier, my tier ones, Pudgy the Fat Bastard, Biggie Smalls,
yes.
Tariq,
Talk about it.
Little Kim,
Yes.
Junior Mafia,
Yes.
Baby, Scarface, Lil Wayne, Ja Rule, whoever I could get it with. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like how though? Like
well,
as a fan, we always wonder about like how attainable getting into hip hop is. So how did you get your foot in the door to start getting these high level placements?
Okay, well, I had a crack block in Midtown Manhattan.
Okay.
And my partner is Puerto Rican dude. We called him Oye Negro, Oye Black. So Oye Negro, his cousin is who's now known as DJ Talim.
Okay.
Was the dancer for Brand Nubian.
Oh,
And
okay,
then there's another brother named Truth. So God Truth, he was a dancer for Brand Nubian, but they just never showed no hate, nothing. It was just like, y'all want to do music. So they was like, yo, when you buy a machine, just do music. We'll bring you around. So due to the fact that I knew in the back of my mind, yo, I got access to these people, something in me was like, yo, you're going to be better at beats than everyone.
Right.
Just being a lover of music.
Right.
So when I bought my machine and I started working, they brung me up to Mercury. My first placement ever was a group called Yag Fu Front. And then my second place was Gemini the Gifted One from Brooklyn.
Ooh.
Relics.
And the song we did was called Brooklyn Kids.
Okay.
And it had a special place in my heart because I'm born in the Bronx, and I was supposed to be a Brooklyn or a Queens nigga. Okay. Because that's where the roots was. My father's from Fort Greene.
Okay.
My mother was from Farmers Boulevard.
Damn.
And you know, that's a story within itself.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at that time, my family had a big stronghold on the drug trade in Queens, and people were getting murdered and stuff like that. So for safety, my mother came up to her sister's house in the Bronx. And when she came up to her sister's house in the Bronx, they switched birth certificates. My aunt is on my birth certificate as my mother. And I was born in the Bronx and raised in the Bronx. My mother was 13 when she had me.
You see the work people do to claim the Bronx. You see the work. You know what I'm saying? We're a special breed. We're a special
Very
breed.
special.
I don't like that. I don't like that, Joe. The Bronx already has a head out on you for the last time we were on the show.
Hey, listen.
So you said you wanted to do music, and it was like, yo, go cop something, cop a machine.
Yeah,
what was that first piece of equipment that you
bought? It's the same machine I got right now.
Oh,
You
Hey, yo, look, you want to
lying.
hear something funny? It's the ASR 10, right?
Classic.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
something.
so you went straight to the big dog. You
Well,
wasn't
look, right? This is
Okay.
the funny shit. I'm a guy up the street. I'm doing beats.
Right.
I never knew how to layer my shit. I never knew how to. If you listen to my production, it sounds flat, like all the old shit.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. Now, I know how to make it bang. I know how to make it jump.
Right.
But I didn't know how to do it then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You knew what sounded good. Your ear still worked, nevertheless.
I'm a music lover.
Okay.
You know, and then my grandfather was a saxophone. He was a hustler and a pimp out of Corona, Queens. My mother's father, he was a sax player. Because as I got older, I was like, damn, where the music gene come from? My mother was a jazz singer. You know, not a successful one, but she sung in bars and all that shit back in the days. But the music gene is just there. Like, I love music. You want to hear something funny? It's funny, not funny. I'm 11 years old, 10 years old. And, my dream was to go and sit with Bambaataa because he was the master of records.
Right.
So there was guys from Bronx River Projects that grew up in Soundview. And they was like, oh, don't ever go to Bam's house. He touches boys.
Oh, wow.
So you knew back then.
The whole Bronx knew.
Wow.
This is 1981.
Wow.
Whoa.
So the Bronx.
Wow,
See,
bro.
you got
That's crazy.
This everything just went left. I mean, it's not like we haven't.
We
heard
know,
it. We know, but like
out there.
confirmation here at the Rap Roundtable.
So, the Bronx just has a culture with it where the Bronx is a different place. It's a bugged out fucking place. And they got it looking neat now, but it's some real burnt out mind states. It's some real poverty. It's some real shit going on to this day. So I see how rap came about. It's fucked up there. It's a lot of shit that go on that didn't come out yet.
That's what makes you saying that you said you want to get into music and the person said, yo, go get the equipment. Because even to this day now, I feel like when people say, yo, I want to rap or I want to produce, people react negatively. So to hear you say that someone actually invited you to the culture is a positive. But that's the first time I've heard that version of a hip hop entry story ever.
Those guys from Midtown Manhattan were good guys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things I got shot in Midtown Manhattan.
Shit.
Beefing over. I got shot on 46th Street and 10th Avenue.
Wow.
Who gets shot on 46th and 10th?
I mean, that's old New York
That's
though.
how-
True.
That's
Old
old New York though.
That's a fact.
That's how intense it was. You know what I'm saying? Back then.
I remember
You know
them
what I'm
days,
saying?
man.
So, I would say when I was young, I was going to hell with good intent. And God has always been knocking me over the head like, nah, I want you to do this, not that. I'm hard-headed.
Minnesota, did you
You preaching to me right now.
did you ever meet Africa Bambaataa face to face?
In McDonald's on Jerome Avenue.
Jerome Avenue, all the way
you
over
met-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your memory's pretty good, man. I don't know what you think about.
I met him. I mean, I've seen him forever. But being armed with the information that there were things going on, I didn't.
Well, what was your impression of him? Putting aside for a second what we know about
I
him now. and
praised
what
him
you-
when I met him.
I mean, he was a legend, right?
And I met him a
God.
few years ago. That might have been like 2016.
Yeah.
But I've always seen him. You know? So, I mean.
That's the thing about like this modern day, cancel culture. It's like you go back and cancel everybody that did anything that was like halfway, not nice or
You have no one left, man.
you know what I mean. You got no one left,
I mean,
man.
well,
like
I don't know.
What Bambaataa did was like
Out of
Right.
line.
like egregious, but like.
I mean, cancel culture is like inverted dick riding. It's like groupthink. Like everyone just hopping on each other. Thinking,
Well,
let's get them
that's
out of
the-
here. Like,
That's the
it's
world
corny,
now.
man.
Yeah.
The people don't have their brains anymore. We're drinking fluoride. I mean, we're brushing our teeth with fluoride. It's cancel culture is life.
Real quick.
Yeah.
One of my favorite MCs of all time, well documented, Big Pun. You had a record on that classic.
A
Yeah,
big record.
I did.
Our
I did.
favorite record.
The first single.
First single.
That thing charted.
Tell us about
What
that.
was
Like,
that
how did
like?
that?
Having a massive smash.
How did that
with your
come
name
about?
Attached to it.
It was good because that might have been the first time it happened.
What do you mean?
I did records, but I never had singles.
Got it.
You know.
Mhm.
So
So between like Gemini and Big Pun, like what was the trajectory like?
it
To
was
get
a
to
lot.
that?
Puba, some. I did stuff with Puba, Sadat. I to this day I've never met Lord Jamal.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know the Sadat and Puba are ice tight with me.
Oh, word.
Yeah, those are brothers. That's brotherly love.
That's what's up.
Shout
That's
out.
what's up.
Yeah, that Pun album just made 23 years too.
Yeah.
That's a work of art right there.
Did you know Pun? I mean, I think he was cool with Tariq, and you were tight with Tariq, right? Or you are tight with Tariq.
Pun came up with us. He used to sell crack with us on a block called Cozy Corner. Cozy Corner is Commonwealth and Randall on the block. On Commonwealth and
Well,
Randall in the
fab.
Bronx. And he did. Yo, I'm waiting for somebody to pull up his criminal record.
We heard Pun was a wild boy, man.
Pun was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was saying,
Ran up on Hove with bottles to the head.
Yo, he pistol whipped his baby mother. in the crib.
Shit.
he was a wild Puerto Rican. And Soundview at that time, there was only like 3 or 4 Puerto Rican families that were prominent. So our Puerto Ricans was nigga. We had some tough fucking Puerto Ricans. And to this day in Soundview, Castle area, toughest Puerto Ricans in the Bronx.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
that's a fact, bro. That's a whole
You know?
fact.
You got any insight on this this whole beef between Fat Joe and Big Pun's family?
I mean,
family.
you know,
What's the real
Cuban
story?
link.
I don't know. I have nothing against Fat Joe. We almost got into a scuffle at the Puck Building. We had a little pushing match. It was going to get
Okay.
crazy at the Puck Building. This is like 93. And then...
Oh wow, this from Fat Joe was
Oh,
wild.
Flo,
Yeah, yeah,
Flo
yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
This is Flo Joe.
Flo
But
Joey
see,
crack,
the thing you got to
literally.
understand about the Bronx is the street. So Joe's in the street, I'm in the street. And then my other Fat Joe story is pretty funny. They opened up this restaurant in the 90s called Jimmy's Cafe.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
Jimmy's.
absolutely.
Yo, Jimmy's
You know
was
the
a spot
vibes.
back in the day.
So I'm sitting there and I got bubble guts. Some million star-studded, some million girls. So I sneak away from my crew and everybody, and I go in the bathroom. I let it happen.
Gotta do what you gotta
So
You ain't got a drop for that, huh? You ain't got the sound effect for that?
do.
Got it. All
Had
right.
to make it happen.
So I'm on two, and I see the Nike Cortez, but the guy just came in the store, so I make my way out quickly. So as I'm making my way out, the nigga Fat Joe goes, "Hey, so this is what you do when you're not making beats." I said, "Oh, shit."
Don't do that.
Wow.
works.
Come
Don't
on,
do that.
Joe.
Wow, bro.
Don't do
Come
that.
on.
Niggas
So,
can't take
you
shits
know-
in peace. We all work the same.
So yeah, I laughed. We laughed it off. We had a big.
Come on.
Minnesota, can I ask you a question about the current state of hip hop?
I mean, everything has to run its course.
Well, I want to ask you about New York City at the moment, and specifically about Brooklyn Drill. Is Brooklyn Drill the next chapter in New York City hip hop, or is it a flash in the pan, in your opinion?
I don't know. I'm not skilled enough to say it because what happens is whatever junior high school kids love,
That's a fact.
whatever high school kids love becomes life.
That's what I've been telling them here.
We're the
Culture.
elders
You set
now.
the tone.
It's like Nike and Adidas and Lee's. You know, when I was in junior high school, the battle was between Devil Jeans, Lois Jeans, and Lee's. Lee won. You know what I'm saying? Levi's won. Lee and Levi's won.
Do you like drill?
Some. A lot of it is garbage to me. Because I still like Goosebumps. I need to hear some Chaka Khan.
Okay.
I still need to hear some Donny Hathaway. And you know the funny thing? There are a million great artists right now, but they're all on YouTube.
Right.
And they're right below the surface, but they're gonna pop.
Who are some that are on
Michael
your radar?
Kanuka, Anderson .Paak. I was on Anderson .Paak 6 years ago.
Anderson
Yes.
Paak's
Everybody's on him
talented.
now.
You said
Right.
Michael Kanuka?
Michael Kanuka, he got the song Money. It's a disco song. It's a roller skating record.
Okay.
That's
I'm
what I
tapped
want to
into
do
that.
production-wise.
Kanuka.
Nice.
It's just, and then on Instagram, shit, I follow a girl named Georgia Muldrow. I love her music. Like, I really love her music. Then my man Master Ice from the Jazzy 5 MCs, who was originally from Soundview, he got a whole neo soul crew out of Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh, what?
Incredible.
He's like older acts or younger acts?
Young,
Like how old roughly?
24,
Oh, so yeah, young.
26,
Thing is,
19.
everything goes in,
Yeah.
in cycles. So
You
Good
have- you have
music.
young rappers who you think are? I think he was more like rappers.
Who do I like with rappers?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Could be underground. Could be.
I haven't
mainstream.
watched TV and listened to radio since 2010. So you can't avoid it, but you see them. Like I knew Pop Smoke was gonna happen
Yeah.
because there was a feeling to that music,
yeah,
even though it makes you want to hunt.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's
That's
send me
Addy.
that's-
send me the Addy. I'm
That's
hunting him
it.
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so violent.
Yeah.
It did bring a vibe to it.
For sure.
So how did you and Deanie connect? You know, like Deanie's been mentioning you for years.
This is home team. He's Soundview, and then we was getting our hair cut in the same barbershop, and we're doing the same thing we're doing now, talking shit.
Shout out to Jazzo. Shout out to Flirty. Flirty actually going through something right now.
Yeah, Kirk Flirt.
But those are some good times in a classic barbershop in the hood. You know, the barbershop is where it happens for the brothers, you know, so
Always.
And I
Yeah,
snap a lot. I play a lot. I joke a lot. You know, even with being a person, you know, they got this thing where you're supposed to be stupid if you're street and you're supposed to be mean. I like life. I like laughter. I like fun. You know what I'm saying? So we go in that barbershop and we be sitting there
No holds
holding our
barred.
stomachs.
Yeah.
No holds barred.
it was classic in there, man. A lot of good vibes. But kind of like this type of vibe, you know
Y'all
what I'm
be
saying?
playing music in there?
Of course.
What y'all be playing over there?
This is I mean, the shop has been closed since what, maybe like 09?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, 09, probably,
A lot of Mobb Deep ring off in there, a lot of
so a
soul
lot of 90s
classics.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had different ages. Like the oldest guy in there was in his 50s. Shout out to Big Rick. You know what I'm saying? We had older guys, younger guys. It was like a mixed flavor. A lot of
Right.
pun. Because one of the older dudes was a Spanish dude. A lot of,
Rick, yeah.
you know, so a lot of flavors.
That's what's up, man.
Do you have a favorite record that you produce?
Good question.
Beat the Clock by Ghostface Kid.
Oh, the Pretty Tony album, right?
Applaud
I
that.
didn't know you did that song, and I was doing my research. I said, holy shit.
Applaud that.
I was, you know,
Can I ask you, was that something that you just sent to him, or were you like, were you in the stu
I
with
played
him?
it for him, and I tracked it, and he was there.
Okay.
And I heard it that when I went down to Florida, the dude Trick Daddy, he was
Yes,
down there, and
yes,
I heard
yes.
it. So I wasn't there for the recording, but Ghost is just, I like Ghost because Ghost is nigga.
I love Ghost.
That's a fact.
And what I mean by nigga is,
Dogs.
Because I was wondering, like, what does that mean?
nigga is, you know how, say we were doing a meeting, right? And we walk in the room and white people in there and they're offering us money. And I'm like, well, you know, I think that the demographic,
Yeah, you know.
that's not nigga.
Oh, yeah, right. That's a square.
Nigga is
Y'all fucking
Me-
crumb crackers better pay me my fucking money. You know what I'm
me
saying?
doing a meeting with Leo Cohen. And I regret it now. But we were the first people up at Def Jam, the Money Boss Players. And he's explaining it to us in an eloquent way that, look, I'm not going to pay you off for your music. But you might get rich some other way. That was the eloquent version of don't look at the glass as half empty. You have to look at it as half full. And he was right. But we sat up there with them. They wanted our crew bad. There was bidding wars all over the town for our crew, Money Boss Players, but we were nigga. We didn't give a fuck and we didn't know no better. Like,
Right.
if it's like I had the camp with, it was 6 of us that were artists. There was 2 Dre's and 6 Nas and Jay-Z's in the group because everybody was fucking incredible.
Right.
So it wasn't just like it was like a uppity Wu-Tang of uptown crack
Who was
dealers.
the members of Money Boss Players?
Me and Tariq were Larceny Inc. Me and Lord Tariq. Eddie Chiba and Trey Bag, which is Boss Money. And then C-Dub and Big Al, which was Q&A, questions and answers. So it was 3 groups inside of the...
How did Lord Tariq hook up with Peter Guns? Did you know Guns? Like, did their relationship?
Tariq, and I'm not, Tariq is my man. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I can't throw him under the bus, but Tariq is Lord Tariq is Peter Gunn's brother-in-law by marriage.
Oh, right. That's right.
Okay.
So
that's it right
so
there.
the Gun
right?
Runner crew and the Money Boss crew was a family.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? Those was
174th and Soundview. You know what I'm saying? That's
174th and
the arm.
Soundview.
On
Yeah,
deck.
yeah. You know.
So, you said you was working on new music.
Yeah. You know what? You want to hear a funny story? I couldn't get any artists.
What you mean?
I couldn't find any artists. Like niggas, you know, I got the gray hair.
That you want to work with?
Well, one, young people were looking at me like, fuck is this old head with gray hairs? Because
I hate
They'll
that.
do that.
I'm in the hood.
Yeah.
I'm in the hood dealing.
Right.
Because I had to return to that. Allegedly in hearsay.
Right.
I'm in the hood.
Obviously.
I got back to it.
Okay.
I'm in the projects making $10,000 a week.
Wow.
So, and my goal was allegedly in hearsay to make $500,000 and start my label.
Okay.
But people are looking at me like they know Mark. Or they know Minnesota, but they don't know Minnesota's connected to Minnesota's a producer.
Right. Right.
So it's like this old nigga talk about music.
So what
Get
you're
the
saying,
fuck out
you
of
was
here.
trying to like basically put all your worlds into one, basically.
Right.
Because a lot of times people struggle with that. Like it's compartments. I do this, but I want to
Well-
make it one thing.
You know what? I have financial training by default now, but I would go, my whole tenure while I was producing, say the Little Kim royalty check came in and it was $69,000. That should be going in a week.
Right.
I would go gamble. I was a degenerate gambler.
Oh, okay. Now
Would
we
you,
now,
would you
now we
like
talking.
you like to gamble on sports? Or was
Yeah,
it like
there you go. You got leg
See?
attention.
You got the degenerate.
He said
the word degenerate.
CeeLo.
Oh shit! This
I
nigga
come from-
Wow,
nice, nigga.
just
4, 5,
Nigga, that's some real hood
the
shit.
block.
I come from my family, allegedly in hearsay, to this day, either own or have connections to all the dice houses in the Bronx.
Wow.
This is before me. My family is really criminal. It's really a criminal organization.
Hip hop is a way out.
Bless their souls. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what can you say? The Bronx is not trying to be real. The Bronx is real.
Yeah.
It's always a condition of poverty coming out of the Bronx.
Yo, have you been around 138th Street recently? It's a little different.
Yeah, well, they're building it up there. That's going to be a new hub.
How do you feel about that?
Gentrification.
Well, I feel I'm gonna say rest in peace to the people that are gonna be getting hurt in the new supermarkets who are gonna come acting bougie.
Whole Foods.
They ain't do it all the way yet.
The Bronx is capable of anything.
Word.
Like, look, we in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn niggas have a lot of sense.
Talk about
Even with their
Yo, where that bottle at? Where that bottle at?
even within their criminal intent and their wildness, I find them to be smart criminals. You know what I'm saying?
They have their moments.
Yeah. But not the Bronx.
Bronx just savages.
The Bronx is
They're too
112 blocks of nigga.
What do you think? Where do you think that stems from? What originated that type of energy?
Poverty and white flight.
Okay.
Poverty.
Talk to me about white flight. What is like what does that mean?
Well, when I was a kid, right, I went to a Catholic school, and it's behind Roosevelt High School.
Okay.
It's called Mount Carmel. And motherfucking I grew up with that. Nigga! I had to walk home from Mount Carmel, and the fastest way to get home was not going on Fordham Road. It was cutting through Little Italy.
Okay.
Oh,
Belmont
They
area.
used to have a gang. The gang was called the Little Golden Guineas. And you had
They gave
to,
it up?
You had to make it, or you was going to get your ass beat for your color. You know, this is
Just being black,
Yeah.
they was gonna
oh,
wild out.
man, they would kick
She
your
was different in the
fucking ass.
Bronx.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
A Bronx tale type
I
shit.
experienced that.
nah, dead ass, bro.
Shit real, bro.
So I experienced that there. Then when I moved to Soundview in 1978, I experienced it again because Upper Soundview, which is Shore Haven, they just built a yachts, boats that go from Wall Street to Soundview.
Right.
You can catch the
Same
little
thing.
ferry out there to the city.
Back in the days, back there, it was all white people.
Okay.
So when we went to this junior high school, IS 174, Halloween, you better take the long way home. You fucking nigga, foaming at the mouth.
Get outta here.
Fucking kill your niggas.
White
You know what's
Plains
crazy?
Road.
Like I
fact.
never experienced that. Like I experienced racism, but not that level of ignorance. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in Brooklyn it's different because like you know what neighborhoods to stay away from.
a lot
You know
of
what I'm saying?
Caribbean
Like-
neighborhoods in Brooklyn
Like you,
too, though.
like how
fair.
much time were you spending in like? And I don't want to disparage anyone, but how much time were you spending in like Bensonhurst? You know what I'm saying?
Not much, but I can speak for self. Like we talk about Canarsie now. Like they call,
Nah, I feel you, bro.
The
I feel you.
floss.
Yeah.
I moved to Canarsie when the floss didn't exist.
Right.
I moved to old money Italians, mobsters, Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? Like it was still like Canarsie Piers where they dumped the bodies type shit. So like one of my neighbors had the big Cadillac that was like 2 parking spots long type shit. So I saw it. You get what I mean? I had like administrators in my school who were racist. They weren't nigga to your point, but you understood that you were next to some racist people. And I kind of watched that neighborhood transition from Canarsie to the floss as the white flight moved out. Because now that I understand what he's saying, as they moved away, it was like reverse gentrification.
Right.
They dipped off, and then more people from the Ville pulled up. Because I was from the Ville originally. You had people from Flatbush move in, and you started to see like, all right, this is what they talking about. They talk about gentrification now. But really, all it was is white flight.
Right.
They
It was
ran from
old
certain
as time,
neighborhoods,
man.
and then they ran the cheaper black neighborhoods and boosted it up, allegedly.
Right.
It's the oldest racket in the book.
Talk about it. Talk about it, bro. I gotta
Hey,
hit the
let's
thing for
go
that.
high.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
Right.
But let's get into some current hip hop. Let's talk about Nas and Jay-Z, our favorite topic here at the Rap
Let's
Round
talk
Table
about
That's
it.
a
in
fact.
2021.
That's what made us friends, wasn't it? Was that topic? Nas and
Among
Jay-Z?
other things, we were
Yeah.
arguing about everything.
Yo,
Yeah.
It was very heavy, Jay-Z and Nas.
Absolutely.
On that
Definitely
sixth
me and
floor.
Sin. When Sin pulled up to the 4th floor, the rest was history. You
And
know
then
what I mean?
Land came through talking about Lil Wayne and
Oh.
it was like, come on, bro.
Anyway,
Over it.
that's for another episode, ladies and gentlemen.
So, Sorry Not Sorry drops. You know, I woke up yesterday when the record dropped, and I was expecting to hear the Nas fans with their chests out. You know, I'm gonna set the tone here. I've been chilling on this episode. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look into the camera, and I'm gonna say this: you Nas fans are full of shit. You know why you full of shit? Maybe not Sin, but the rest of you Nas fans are full of shit. Because if Nas would have bodied the record, y'all dicks would have been swinging. Y'all would have been real confident about your shit. Yeah, I like women. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Chills, bro.
I'm gonna talk my shit. Because had Nas bodied the record, y'all energy would have been so different. But because Nas's verse was so Reggie, the song is not that good. It's not that good because Ho bodied him yet again. I'm setting the tone right at the rap. Go ahead, Sin. You shaking your head. I'm here now. I'm here now, nigga. I've been waiting for this segment. I'm gonna look at you too as I say it.
First of all,
what's happening?
First of all.
Now fuck the drop. What's up, Sin? That verse was trash, my nigga.
No, it wasn't.
It was
no,
trash,
it wasn't. It wasn't. First of all,
don't pull out the dictionary. Leave them $10 words at the crib.
It was
the whole record. The whole record was Reggie. It was mid.
No, it wasn't. Whole body there. Go ahead.
No. Come on, man. First of all, I'm not gonna lie. Hope did his thing.
Now.
Hope did his thing. I mean, it was a girls type of beat, just a more generic version.
Oh yeah.
So it's
we
like
can talk about that.
I thought it sounded like Song Cry. Didn't you get that?
It was Song Cry. It was Song Cry, right?
Oh yeah.
Song Cry.
Yeah.
Good call on that, Lang.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, it had that type of vibe to it. So of course, Hove getting on that type of beat.
The very first Nas bar.
Hold up. 74 beats per minute. That's Hove's.
I don't want to hear the producer.
Enough with the BPM. Enough with the BPM.
Bag. That's Hove's bag. So he did his thing.
Oh, so you're saying that Nas is limited? He can't get to 74 BPM?
My man, can I talk? Can I talk?
You ain't saying shit.
Can I talk? Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Here's the thing.
The fuck are you talking about?
Hove's verse is basically the same verse that he's been spitting for years. All right, you a billionaire.
Right.
All right, you're married to Beyonce.
Right.
We get it, bro. Like, the flow was cool. The flow was cool. The flow was cool, but he wasn't saying nothing.
So wait a minute.
New.
Hold on.
At least Nas came in with some new talk, some new slick talk. Man,
because Nas is rich now? Because he was a broke rapper for years?
He's been rich.
Now he got some money.
Rich, bro.
It's new to you.
This is 10 years in the making, y'all.
This whole myth.
Let me explain something
that
to
Nas is a broke Queensbridge rapper still.
Nas been broke
ridiculous.
so long that us whole fans been hearing those bars
God.
for years. It's new to you, nigga, because Nas couldn't rap like that before. He couldn't talk about.
I mean, he could have, but it would have been fake.
Because it wasn't real.
He been talking this shit.
Now we mad at rappers rapping about their life.
Nas
been
talking this shit.
What the fuck you want him to rap about?
Listen,
you want to rap about Brooklyn?
Yo,
He's not even in Brooklyn.
If you want to big up Ho's verse,
right?
Tag teaming with Beyonce.
She had one word, bro. One word.
Come on, man. That one word had everybody on Twitter talking, bro.
It's not my fault, Nas, bro. What you offering?
Hey, come on. Hey, why you gotta be on that?
I've been shitting on Nas for 2 months now. Go ahead, bro.
Nasir Jones is.
Yo, talk about it, OG.
This is what we deal with.
This is what we dealing with. Okay. Feel free. Matter of fact, Lang, go ahead, Minnesota.
Weapons free. Weapons free.
Speak your mind, bro.
Those are two of the greatest lyricists. It's no argument.
Ever.
That's a fact.
That we know.
That's a whole fact.
They took
Nas is a little better.
They took the dynamics.
Better at what? Being broke.
They took the dynamic of the street. They took the dynamic of the street and put it in the just talked about it.
Yes,
he scribbled in the
Jay-Z saved my life.
His life.
Oh God.
Jay-Z saved your life?
He had a record out called Streets Is Watching.
Yeah, of course.
And at that time, I'm not going to go into people's names or anything, but we had our little Money Boss crew. And the Boss Money Gangsters, and we were gonna, we had a problem with some people in the street. And at the same time that we in the house committing conspiracy.
Okay.
Like, yo,
supposedly.
we gotta get him. And we really didn't have to be the aggressors. We just had to take the short and it would have all dissipated. But, young, 20-something years old.
Puff your chest out.
We taking this shit.
Jay-Z, that same night, dropped Streets Is Watching. And on the beginning of the first verse, he said, If I shoot you, I'm brainless.
If you
But
shoot me, you're famous.
famous.
What's a nigga
What's
to
a
do?
nigga to do?
And then on the second
Gospel.
verse, he said it's hard not to kill niggas. It's like a full-time
Job
job.
not to kill niggas.
So I was really at the head of the conspiracy, me and my friend Q. And he's a born-again Christian now. He's in the church. He's Minister Kwame Thompson.
Wow. Okay.
Talk about
So, you know, but we was ready for war.
Yeah.
And we were going to initiate a response that would have triggered off a war.
A whole
And
wave.
when I sat and I spoke to my, Kwame, Minister Kwame Thompson, and my friend Ace, and when we let it go, it all dissipated. But it was. We were running around. I'm a rap producer. I never knew I was a rap producer. I was just a guy selling beats for money.
Talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Because what flips that switch? You know what I mean? Because it's one thing, and I struggle with this because people will call me up. I'm like, I make beats. You know what I mean? If it lands somewhere, it lands somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? I make the beats for the podcast or
The
whatever.
beat you
but
hearing
like-
right now is made by Sen. Talk about it.
But like,
This is fire too.
thank you, sir.
Holla.
Thank you. Honored. But yeah, like what flips that switch between I just make beats and whatever, and being like, yo, I am a producer. I am a rap producer. I'm a music producer.
Getting placements.
Okay.
Oh. So you
Notice
want to
the
say
placement.
That's
It's pretty
simple, bro.
simple.
So let me ask you this.
If you could make 200,000 a year playing Skelsey,
Fuck,
you'd be like,
man.
Savvy
I'm a
gang,
professional
wrong shit.
Skelsey player.
All right, so boom. I think what he probably speaking to, and now I want to know, is like you make the beats, right? You're a dude that makes beats. How much of the creative process are you a part of? Like, say now I'm the rapper, I buy the beat from you. Do you have input on what direction I should take as the rapper?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. And I remember being in the studio with Tretch.
Oh,
Okay.
And
Another
I'm
legend.
trying to tell Tretch
Ding.
how to rhyme.
Yeah, you right.
I'm a cold-blooded asshole. I've told niggas, and I'm cool with Ill and Out
See?
Scratch. I told Ill and Out Scratch, yo, your shit is whack. You know, like. And I shouldn't have done that. And my friends started schooling me, like, yo, bro, this is their stuff. You provide this, and shut the fuck up. If they want to take guidance, you can take guidance, but you can't do that. I didn't know. I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah, but like I understand it because like this beat, this instrumental came from you. You know what I mean? So you have a certain, and I've like struggled with this. You have a vision for like what an artist is supposed to do on that record.
Right.
But then when they do something different, you're like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like you're
Right.
supposed to do this.
Right.
But you gotta kind of just like let that baby go
Yeah.
and have it be somebody else's, and that's hard.
It's like
And some people I wasn't on, like with Grand Poobah.
Grand Poobah's legendary,
that
though, bro.
motherfucker right
I heard
there.
he's hard to deal with. Like,
No.
legendary.
I mean, he's legendary artist, but like
He taught. He fucked my career up because he taught me to be late to the studio.
that's what I was talking about. Like the record company was like fed up with him because he would like go up to them in the offices like, yo, we about to miss our rent. Y'all gonna let us like live on the street and like make them give him in advance. Like stories I heard, you know.
Nah, Pooba is
Whatever.
nigga.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
He's all the way nig.
Yeah.
Double nig, all the way. You know what I'm
But like
saying?
in a sense of like some people know how to cook food. You get what I'm saying? And some people know how to like display food. You know, that's to me, that's always like the difference between like a producer and like a beat maker. Like
Right.
a beat maker knows how to cook.
Well, I know how to make songs.
There you go. That's
I'm
what a
a beast
producer
at
does.
making songs. That's easy. So, I put out an album, and it's called Once Upon a Handshake.
Right.
Fire.
Talk about it.
Yes, let's talk
So,
about that.
Once Upon a Handshake, it's me and the Money Boss crew, and mostly me solo. And my man is sitting over there, Jigs and Shotty,
Shot the jigs.
and Shotty put it out. Really, he was pressing me to put it out because I would have never put it out because I'm my worst critic.
I love
feel that.
variables.
So, on this album, there are songs that are a year old, and there are songs that are 25 years old. You guess which ones they are. You know what I'm saying?
Variables definitely is the old song, man.
No, Variable. Now, I recorded Variables about a year and a half ago. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Variables got an old
and I
feel
said, yo,
to it, man.
I said, yo, let me. And Variables was produced by me and Mike Lowe. You know what I'm saying? So
Great beat. Fire.
So you know, I put the shit. I couldn't find no artists. Now that sounds crazy, but it was really hard for me to find artists because I'm looking for artists. Not
a lot of rappers today can attack a beat like
they're
that.
not. No, but see, a lot of people today are doing music because it's a means of a way out.
Mm-hmm.
And Master P started that shit. The
Talk about
dope man doing music because there's money in it.
About
And you can tell by the type of music and the quality of the music too.
Right.
No offense
Jadakiss-
to Master P though.
Listen, don't
Jadakiss
get
is
me
an
started on
artist.
Master P.
I love Master P.
Yeah,
Because you
fucking
gotta-
legend. Yeah.
you
For what
have
he's
to-
done.
You have to appreciate people that are showing the way.
Right.
You know
And
what
like
I'm saying?
we venerate entrepreneurship as a culture now.
Right.
And I mean, Master P doesn't get enough love for being really the first guy to. Well, I mean,
Let's
not
say-
the first guy, but the
you're not
first guy
gonna jerk
as
me.
an artist. You know what I'm saying?
85-15.
85%.
85-15.
Dog. I mean, come on.
A lot
now.
of people call him the
He
first
was like
Hov.
he deserves his credit as a businessman, absolutely. But like I was never fucking with his music.
He got some
So,
joints.
got
He
some
got
joints.
I was
some
never
joints.
fucking with his
Yo,
music.
you
so
Bout
it's
it,
like-
bout
you
it.
was never
Nah,
fucking
nah,
with his
nah.
music. What does that mean exactly? You don't like certain shit. If it ain't boom bappery, you're not listening
Nah,
to
that's
it, bro.
not. It got nothing to
You
do
was a
with boom
rap.
bappery.
No, yes it does.
No.
Because you were a 90s
Yo, hold
New
on.
York nigga.
And
No.
So when a nigga said tear the club up and make him say, oh, you wasn't listening to
Let
that
me-
shit.
let me straighten you out.
You ain't respect it.
Master P got bars. He got bars.
That's my point.
That's not
Nobody's
good.
saying
We're
that.
talking about good
Nobody's
music though. You
saying
can make
that.
good music without having bars though.
That's my point, though. He's
But
such
you-
a New York nigga.
Yeah, you
that if they
can't
not
differentiate,
spitting
bro.
and boom baping, he not
no,
listening.
you need some element of bars. Some bars.
No, make him say, "Oh, it was fire."
You
It
know
just-
what?
Bada bada
And you
was
can't-
fire.
and you
All
can't
it,
remember
all
the
it
bar.
needs
Nah.
to do is make me
My
feel
joint,
good.
my
That's
joint
it.
from them. I think they had an artist named Brother Lung Chung,
I don't know about that.
and
I'm not
and
even
the,
front.
and the
Sounds like a
song
Mortal
was
Kombat
Situation on Dirty. I think it was off the. Y'all going to hell, man. Shout out to Master P. I
He's
fuck
going
for
to
the
hell.
piece.
Nah, he's a legend, man. He's a fucking
Yeah,
legend.
P's got it, man. And still putting his son
man.
on.
It don't matter if we
Sons.
think his music is garbage. That man is up there.
And put his
I
whole
don't think
family
his
on. The
music
whole
is
family's
garbage.
locked in.
He thinks.
Yeah, Sin.
The rap
Sin, no,
star.
Sin is like, yeah.
But look,
aight.
fellas, I gotta keep us on track. I pop my shit about Nas. Lang, I haven't heard you talk about Nas.
Yes,
for 2 months.
about this Nas record,
what-
this
talk-
Nas and Hove record.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was garbage, bro. Like I wasn't fucking with it.
I like it. I respect that take.
I-
So Nas's verse is garbage, is what you say.
Wait. You
Jeez,
respect that take.
John.
I said the record was made off the jump.
I
He
hear
was
from you.
like,
I haven't heard from
Well,
him in
let
2
me
months.
finish.
I don't
Take
even
it.
like this conversation.
I just first of all, it's a Khaled was involved with it, right? I don't need Khaled
First,
like cause like the beat and the fact that it's Hove and Nas on the song together with that like melodic whatever that's not the word, but that kind of beat, it's like they really going for the nostalgia. I don't need DJ Khaled yelling on a record that's supposed to be nostalgic. That's number one.
That's a fact.
Number two, like Nas, I wasn't really feeling it, bro.
it wasn't his best verse. But it-
Well, that's for damn sure. The question is
1,000.
how far. Listen, I love Nas. Not his
It was
best work.
It wasn't his cup of tea. The beat was not
Now you making
really
excuses for
made
this
for
nigga?
him.
And by the way, like Hove, Hove had his moments. I didn't think Hove did great either. He did alright.
Talk about it.
Hey.
I just like what like to me
Beyonce did her thing though.
She
Beyonce
did
did
it.
her
I
thing.
thought like you ain't see what I posted. I said something
Super
like Hov woke
raspy.
up out of bed just to say hey.
nigga, that's the dream right there. Yeah. So bottom line,
he said, yo, this verse I just
Babe,
spit,
babe,
it's not
babe, wake
really
up,
hitting
babe.
like that. I'm gonna need you on the
was,
record.
But comparison to
I'ma
Nas,
need you on the
saw,
record, though.
even Nas was embarrassed. You saw the FaceTime call. He was like, "Damn, bro, this dude got me even on my whack verse." What's the scoreboard now? 3-0. Nas Hov collabs.
Oh,
It's
wait
like-
a
it's
second. Wait
Black
a
Republican
Listen.
Hov got that. Success
Hold
Hov
on,
got
Nas
that.
success, Nas
hold
got
up,
success.
hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
didn't.
bro.
No, he didn't.
Hold up.
Hov
Hold
versus
up.
Nas got flats in other continents.
No, he
Hove
did.
kind of blacked on success.
Hold
though,
up.
bro.
Did.
Hey, yo, he
did.
fucking stole
Hold
lines
up.
from
Go ahead.
Eminem.
He blacked though.
Hold up. If we give Hove, and I'm not convinced on this, because it's the same verse we've been
Stop
hearing from Hove.
choking
but,
yourself with the cape, bro.
But if we give Hove this W
Uh-huh.
on a Nas and Jay-Z collabo,
Uh-huh.
it's even 3-3.
Okay.
Wait, three.
Break it down, son.
Yeah, break it down.
Y'all remember Analyze This?
Oh, that doesn't count.
That absolutely counts. That's a record they did together with Lord Tariq.
Lil Tariq was on that. And wasn't Shaq on that record?
I think Hov had a better verse than Nas on that Bath Salts record, though.
He did. Go ahead.
We haven't even heard
We've
Bath Salts.
heard enough of it to know Hov had
Nah,
a better
No,
verse.
it needs to be a
See how
complete
y'all
record
Nas
to
fans are
count.
so biased?
It
If Nas
has
would
to
body
come
the
out,
record,
bro.
y'all niggas would have went on the internet, typing your fingers, breaking your
It
fingers,
has to come
typing
out.
the shit.
Let
Nas
that-
bodied him.
We can't count Bath Salts. It has
Why
to
we
come
can't
out.
count it?
I need a harem. Y'all should tell him.
Yo,
we
look
heard
at these-
it,
but we
bro.
might-
Here goes
hold
Sin
on,
making
hold on.
rules again. Here
We-
goes Sin making rules.
We might hear this song because DMX is rest
Past,
in peace.
yeah. Might be on a compilation or
Yeah,
something.
the
so we get
posthumous
to hear
album.
whole body him again.
Well, we shall
Wow.
see.
Love it.
Wow.
Hater.
We're gonna hear
Matter
DMX
of
had
fact,
the best.
Sin,
the
hold on.
best-
We've been popping our shit.
Hold
Dini
up.
been quiet. Dini brings the guests to the podcast and then been quiet the whole episode.
Nah, I
What
don't want
the
to cut
fuck,
nobody
Dini?
off. I'm loving the
Get
energy
the fuck
right
out of
now.
here, nigga.
It's
How you
a,
feel about this record?
all right. So as the balance of the four,
Now this.
I'm somewhere in the middle. I
fuck
feel
are you
like,
talking
all right,
about?
let me talk my shit. I feel like, basically, to sum it up, I feel like Nas should have dumbed it down and Hov should have smartened up. If that makes any sense. I think
That
make
is
it
an
make
interesting
sense. Talk
take.
to us.
I think Nas
That's a good,
put way too many words into a verse that didn't need that many words, and I feel like Hov put way too little words in a verse that should have had way more words. Like Nas tried to over lyrical it, and Hov tried to over swag it out.
Over lyrical it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Interesting that when they're on a song
That's
together, they
nigga,
both
nigga.
double down
You know what I'm
on
saying?
what they do.
At the end of the day, it's DJ Khaled's fault.
Yo, can we talk about that for a second? I need to say this right now. I am tired in 2021 of the Try Hard DJ Khaled album.
Oh,
I'm tired.
2021?
I'm
I was
tired-
tired in 2011.
We don't talk about him on the rap roundtable, so we gotta talk about it now. The overproduced, the videos of him dancing like he made some hot fire, like all of that shit. In 2021, I'm sick of it. I'm sick because it just reeks of try hard. It reeks of empty calorie. None of this shit. No, don't get me wrong. I'm wilding. 85% of the shit DJ Khaled's been putting out recently has been unnecessary shit, empty calorie shit. Don't get me wrong.
15% is fire though.
But when the 15%
Right.
is fire.
That's the thing,
But
though. You
I'm
can't
tired
dismiss
of
him
niggas
outright,
telling
yeah.
me that he's some kind of curator who's putting out fire. He's
Especially the
not.
stuff
Hold
with
up, though.
Hov.
Hold
All
up,
the stuff
though.
with Hov's been
Okay.
gold.
15% recently?
No.
I like he had anthems on his joint.
He did.
If you
He
go
had,
back to
like,
We the
on this
Best and all
album
those
right
things,
here?
But I'm talking about like in
Career.
recent years.
No, because I'm on one.
He's getting
All I
over-
do is win.
All I do
I got
is
the
win.
keys. He got joints.
I got the keys,
But
and
no,
like
hold on. I
he
got
was
the
the only
keys.
person that could get Hov and Future on a record together,
Twice.
and it was perfect.
I'm on the top of that Maybach. Was that joint? Ain't that,
That's,
ain't that
that's
Khaled
exactly
record?
what we needed in that moment.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? He has
Fair.
his moments, bro.
But I'm tired of it now.
I
know
am
you
too.
are.
I am too.
He sampled,
The percentage
this
ain't
album
enough.
was so clear that he was sampling old shit, trying to make us feel something that I just
know
don't
what?
feel.
But what is Khaled to y'all though?
Hold on,
Do you
hold on.
do you think rap has turned us all into critics? Like
Definitely the
when I
four of
was-
us.
when I was-
Absolutely.
all right, when I was a child, there were records that were kind of goofy.
Listen, tell it. None of
You
that
try to tell
existed
this
back
guy
in the
that
day.
all the time. He ain't trying to hear us. Though.
Everybody
That's
wasn't
not true.
nice.
That is not
Everybody
true.
wasn't
I
nice.
absolutely admit
You had your It Takes Two
The
to make
fuck
things
are you
go right.
talking
You had to
about?
do to one so
So-
lyrical.
The fuck are you
But
talking
fast
about?
forward, now it's all goofy records.
So
I'd like to hear from Minnesota. You had
All right,
your
go ahead, go ahead.
you had, in the 80s, you had stupid records like Da Ha Da.
The ha.
You had
Okay.
records like it was just there was some goofy shit around. So
I feel like even in the goofiness though,
But-
there's still a hard vibe there.
but we were just people enjoying music. I think now we're all videographers.
Right.
We see somebody getting
Right.
their head bust open. We don't call the fucking police, or we don't say, "Hey, don't hit him in the head with the brick." We pull out our phones. It's like
Right.
they've turned us into videographers.
Fucking, yeah,
critics.
philosophers.
But you
and
don't
shit.
think hip hop fans at our age have the right to say what's fire from what's not fire? I think we know at this point what's fire.
Well,
we overanalyze it though?
Nah, but we know what's fluff.
Yeah,
No.
Khaled is like Popeyes or KFC
No,
now.
but
You
here's
can't
the
get
thing.
exclusive-
Here's the thing.
I do like
And we-
Popeyes.
we're gonna go-
It's a male home though.
I
we-
went out. Yo, go ahead. I'm
Nah,
gonna hold this
all
door.
right, because we touched on like where our connection all started. Sixth floor, Manhattan, Manhattan. That was my high school. Put the drunk.
Put the Migo down, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of bit of the
So-
Nigga,
meat.
that's
Six-
who Cam
six
lost
floor-
the city championship,
Sixth floor
bro.
in Manhattan. But this is the same exact type of conversations we was having then.
Right.
We was over analyzing shit then.
That's why we gave you the
Just at
ISO.
the
That was
table,
beautiful.
we just
by
didn't
the
have
way.
microphones in front of us. So, we
the
figured
critic-
We had an
let's-
audience,
let's
though.
just put microphones in front of us.
I think
see if people
I
fuck
think
with
the
us.
critic was born because the music became garbage.
Talk about it.
Because in 1992 and 1993, the gangsters, the killers, the street people, everybody was waiting for Tribe Called Quest to drop, Leaders of the New School to drop,
De La Soul.
and De La Soul to
Yep.
drop. I remember
The
it.
hippies.
Now those are all
hip
great
packers.
rap artists, though, right?
Huh?
Legendary.
Aren't those all great rap artists?
Legends.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
But
yes.
that's
I
interesting.
produced something for De La Soul that
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
like,
know
why aren't they putting it out? This shit is amazing.
How long ago?
They got a years.
Oh.
They got a singer named Yummy that's down with them. Her name is
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yo. He played it on his I watch him on Twitch all the time, DJ Maceo. He played it for me. Oh man.
Which is the new wave out there.
There it
The
is.
shit, yo, I just did some
Online.
shit with the locks.
Oh, what?
You tell us this now.
Hold up.
Breaking
Listen.
news on the Rap Roundtable.
Listen.
De La Soul in the locks, you said?
No. I said I did some shit for the locks.
Oh, you
LOX,
did some,
nigga.
Oh.
Unga fucking bunga. Unga bunga.
Are
Unga
they
bunga.
are they cooking
On the
up?
way? It's on deck?
Are you at liberty to discuss?
They cooking.
Oh, they cook.
They
Oh,
cooking.
hell, you heard it here first.
And
the
the-
locks are cooking up.
And the amazing thing was when we recorded the track, I've always looked at the locks like Jadakiss, Styles P, Chic.
It wasn't always like that though.
On the two tracks that I did for them, Chic,
There you go.
Oh.
Styles,
Kiss.
Kiss.
Wow.
Crazy.
And I was fucked up off of that because I fucks with them. I listen to their music. But I was like, yo, am I hearing something wrong? Chic was just pouring out some shit that was just like, nigga. He was
Oh,
he
okay.
was the nigga. He was the
Talk
lead
about
man.
it.
I used to think he was the better one back in the early 90s.
Did you really?
Bad
he was,
boy.
he
Bad
was
boy
really
era.
good back in the day.
Bad boy era was Chic, Kiss, Styles.
Kiss
telling
was
you, that's how I
always number
felt.
one. Kiss was
Rough
always
Rider
number one
era,
from
it
early.
became
Kiss was
Kiss,
always
Styles, Chic.
Kiss really, I mean,
And then-
Styles really rose up.
And then, like, for a minute, you could say Styles might have even.
I feel like
superseded Chic for a
right
second.
now,
Styles is
Styles
number
got
one.
it.
Yeah.
But like those bad boy days, man, Kiss was cold.
I'll say this. You
bro.
know, we talk about rap so much on the show. I feel like it's a rap roundtable, obviously. Styles is one of the few rappers I would say who did when he was in his prime. He didn't recede as much. He didn't decline.
Right.
Like I
right.
feel like Styles, he hit his prime late,
He's so
And
much.
and he
still
stayed
going.
right there.
and still going.
Yo, listen, right? I got about 40 new beats done, so I'm gonna go start submitting. Cause I go like a turtle, I go in the shell, then I come out. I'm gonna go back over there and play them some more shit. But when we was over there, Nick Kiss was like, yo, Vinny, we listening to all these beats. The only one giving it to us is you and Vinny Idol.
The impression for me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Got amigos hitting now.
You know,
that kid's
it's
impression is funny.
Kiss never knew I rhymed.
Word?
I played Kiss My Shit, he lost his mind.
What?
Yeah. Yo, oh man.
So wait, you let Kanye beat you to rapping over his own beats? What's going on, Minnesota?
Listen, right? We put out, I have evidence that we were first before everyone.
Okay.
We put out an album in 1992 called The Ghetto Chronicle Daily.
Was that so? Were you guys dealing
the
with
money-
labels back then?
No, we was
So independent in '92.
we selling crack.
Hello.
Fuck the label. The shit didn't really go nowhere, but it went. It's called The Ghetto Chronicle Daily. The Money Boss Players. I rhymed on it. I'm the kind of guy that's like, all right, how many you got with you, Minnie? I got 72 people with me. Bring everybody in and I'm going in last. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
So for me now, like, with a promise and promises are made to be broken, but with the morals to never go back to the street, no matter what. I'm a producer now. Like, you know, I'm a producer. Like, I never knew I was a producer. I just thought, oh, you do music and you get money. And my name is Minnesota. I wasn't
You gotta end that life, or that life will end you type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I went through that.
go.
I had a home invasion.
You want to talk
And I
about
was
it?
shit. I had a home invasion. I was getting that much money. I stepped in my hallway one day and I had 2 guns under my chin.
Ain't much to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm happy to be alive. You know,
God bless, man.
you know, it's been a lot of shit. Like you know, everybody go crazy over 50 Cent, and rightfully so. He know how to milk his situation. I've been through that shit. I got shot in the head. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one person who's disgusted with the streets. There's just no love, there's no loyalty, and there's a lot of nasty shit. So, you know what? When you see a kid rapping, he got 30 motherfuckers behind him, you know what he's really saying? Get me away from these 30 niggas as fast as you can. That's
awesome.
He doesn't even know that.
Fact.
He doesn't even know that.
He doesn't even know that.
But in his heart of hearts, though.
In his heart of hearts, I don't want to be around them. I want to move into this duplex and this
Speak
big
on
house.
it.
I want to be in Neptune, New Jersey. I want to be in Rockland County.
Facts.
I don't want to be around.
I mean, yo, look at God Bless the Dead. Look at Pop Smoke, man. I mean, who knows what caused that? But I mean, you know how shit could turn.
that
left.
was something that's very dangerous. And that's called random violence.
Yeah.
And random violence is
The worst.
Random violence. That's the worst kind of violence. Every time you step in the street as a black or Latin man, you risking your life.
Yeah.
We really have a odd life. When I got shot in my head, I was waiting for a skeezer. I was waiting for a scallywag.
No schmatty body.
When I got shot in my head, so
Wow, bro. That's crazy.
there's a guy he had just came home, a friend, one of our underlings, one of our goons. He just came home from jail. Everybody's yo. I give him the 5s and the love, and I'm waiting for the
that thing.
takeoff, right?
Right.
So somebody put the phone call in
He spotted
because
you.
somebody he did something to in a previous lifetime. Oh, he's home? They was down there immediately. When they started firing in the crowd, out of 15 niggas, I got hit in my head. I didn't know. We running in the building, and I know I'm running up the steps, and I'm feeling heavier and heavier and heavier. And I see my man, Little Troy, and I say, yo, Troy, you gotta go to the hospital. You got shot in your head. He said, no. You got shot in your head.
Projection.
So I said, what? I touched my face. I see all the blood. I said, oh, shit. I ran up the steps. I was trying to get to the 10th floor. I got to the 8th floor. Banging on Spanish lady's door. She opened the door for me. I don't even know the lady. Old Spanish lady.
Bobby, what you doing?
Shout out to the Spanish folk. Shout out to the old Spanish heads that show that type of
Oh
love,
my
man.
ghost snake.
I ran in her bathroom. And I looked and I had a fucking quarter-sized hole in my head. So I'm like, how am I alive? And I'm leaking. So I make it up to my cousin's house. I collapse. They call an ambulance. They take me out. Somehow the bullet hit the wall, went in my head, flipped around my chin, came out here, but I still got bullet fragments all over here.
Deuce?
Huh? No, the fucking, what's the gun with the triangle on the front? Because this was 2001 this happened. I'm the only idiot got shot after 9/11.
Magnum?
September 22nd. The triangle, it's a gun, but it's a triangle on the front.
I don't know.
It was a big deal. They're real
Any gun
big.
enthusiasts out there?
I don't even know. Not the snub nose.
No,
Not
that
the
was a big fucking
357.
gun. It was a
Like a
little
rifle?
kid. It was a little kid. He had a Rockaway hood on. No, it's a handgun, but it's big, and it got it's
The Desert Eagle?
something like that. One of those.
That's crazy. Shit. I don't. Damn. And you live to tell it. Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Applaud this man.
That just means that you're here for something.
But you know
If
what?
you're here to get something.
You know what it was? It was the source telling me, you are a musician. Do music.
Right.
I understand that shit now. Like, I'll be an old man doing music. I don't give a fuck. Do music. I'm doing music. Yo, listen, right? It's fucked up because I don't really got the back in this moment, but I released one of the Hot Street album.
Facts. So basically, the quote with Dini has coined a phrase here on a rap roundtable. You decided that I'm not gonna be a street nigga anymore. I'm gonna be a sidewalk nigga. I'm gonna get out of the streets, make some beats, and be safe.
Yeah. You know, it's not just that. I've had some severe, serious situations. Even to, it might be somebody in the neighborhood that might see me and faint. Right now, like, oh shit, we did something to him. I put the Bronx in my rear view. I put the life, the Bronx. You can't. I've always had one foot in and one foot out. So I'm so happy now to be on the phone with Large Professor for an hour. Lord Finesse, Showbiz, who's my fucking mentor.
Okay. Talk about it.
That's
Showbiz
what's
and
up.
AG.
I was gonna ask you this earlier because I'm, we've talked about how, like, I make beats, so I'm like the producer, like, nerd here.
Facts.
So ASR 10 was your first,
And I still
to
got it.
this day,
To this
you
day,
still rock.
You want to hear something funny?
What's up?
And don't lose your train of thought. I have a turntable,
Uh-huh.
an amplifier,
Okay.
a mixer, and an ASR and a floppy disk.
Still,
Come
I
on,
just
come
bought a
on,
bunch-
come on. Come on. It's
You gotta
2021.
convert that, man.
Floppy
You know what? I'm not into sports.
Okay.
And everybody from Soundview could tell you this. I think sports is so gay. That you're paying
What?
men. That you're paying men. Like, I'm the nigga that I'm into science.
Yo, that took me out, yo.
I was the kid
Sports is
playing
so
with
gay.
worms.
Hot take.
I was the nigga
That cuts
chasing
deep.
girls around the block with the worm on the stick. The girls, ah! I like science. But I think, yo, listen, right? I've hung out with basketball players because when we started going to Toronto, Canada, me and Mos Def, I started going to Toronto on my own after that. But I hung out with Jalen Rose, and this was when he had just got traded. This is back 2006.
To the
something like
Raptors?
that. Yo,
Before he got 81
He was
throw-
on
put on
Toronto
him?
Raptors,
81
right?
olives.
Right.
And yo, I kid you not, I didn't know who the fuck he was. Everybody was like, "Yo, that's Jalen Rose."
Fab Five, you know.
So, due to the fact that, I mean, you can't avoid music. I know who Pop Smoke is because he was unavoidable.
Right.
Like, you go to the Jamaican restaurant, hey, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I know who he is, but right now, I don't know who these artists is. I know who Kodak Black is. I know who he is. Because he has a calamity about him. He's funny.
Yes.
Calamity. I like
And,
that.
That's a good
and-
word.
and
good
I know
word.
who he is because he looks like buckwheat.
Ah. Kodak is hilarious too.
Ooh, that's a fact.
Speaking about new artists,
There's so many babies, but I know one of them.
which one? Da Baby or
The
Lil
one
Baby?
that beat the guy up in the mall.
Oh,
The
the
Baby.
baby,
The
yeah.
baby. Okay.
Yeah, he goes in.
So let me go back to this question, right? ASR 10, your first piece of equipment, you still rock with that to this day.
Yeah.
For those of you out there, don't know, what that
ASR
is,
10,
it's a keyboard.
Pharrell,
RZA made it famous.
Timbaland,
Everybody,
RZA.
Alchemist, all the producer heads use it.
Everybody gets on me. And my crew outside, yo, nigga, you need to get rid of that ASR.
Nah,
yo, get
man.
You some. So check this out.
There's something about the sound that comes
Tariq-
out of that machine.
Tariq and Peter Guns took me with them down when they went to work for Pharrell.
Uh-huh.
And they recorded doon 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 doon.
Sound
doon,
you, what
doon,
is that
doon. What is
sound?
that sound? As soon as we went to Future Sound Studios in Virginia Beach, guess what Pharrell had front and center?
ASR 10.
Fucking ASR 10.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But you said, who was it? Showbiz?
Showbiz.
Showbiz
Yeah,
showed you the rope.
Mentor, yeah.
Digging in the crates.
Yes. So yeah, because I was gonna ask you, like, did you just like cop a piece of equipment and was like, yo, I'm gonna do this, or some like
Well,
people
there
showed you
was
the rope?
Peter Guns producer, which is a guy named Scratch from the Bronx.
Okay.
K&S Scratch.
Not DJ Scratch.
Not DJ Scratch.
The different Scratch.
A different Scratch. K&S, he showed me how to work the EPS 16.
Okay.
So I had an EPS 16. From the EPS 16, I got an ASR 10.
Copy. Good shit.
Jarv.
ASR 10.
And I drunk all this water. I got to piss like a racehorse. I'll be right back.
Oh man, we pulling to take a piss move from Langston.
This guy is so much like me.
So wait a minute, y'all both gonna take a piss? Wait.
Just step
All right. In the past week, West Side Gun, in the meantime, while Minnesota goes and takes a piss, said that his discography is untouchable. Kind of a hot take. I see Deanie's face. I feel like I need to hear from Deanie. I know how I feel about West Side Gun's discography. What do you think about his untouchable discography?
Untouchable?
Let's talk about it.
There's not an artist with an untouchable catalog, bro.
That's exactly what I thought.
Like not one. Like Nas and Hov are my favorite two rappers of all, and they both have an album that made me go, you know. So it's a great catalog. Like Conway said it best. He said he's the star. He's the brains. Benny's the star, and he's the silliest with the bars. And I think that's perfectly the way that it should be stated. Like as far as albums being flawless or what is the word, untouchable? Great music. Pray for Paris I love that
amazing.
album.
Yeah.
But as far as untouchable, come on, give it to me, John.
Come on, son.
Here we
Langston,
go.
talk to me.
Look, I get it, to be a rapper, especially to be the kind of rapper that West is.
Ego.
That kind of overachieving, not a great lyricist, but very charismatic. You need to be confident, you know? You need to be overconfident. But that's preposterous. Is it, like, you know, it's not above reproach. He's put out some good projects. He's put out some projects that have been, you know, not so good. So, yeah.
To be untouchable.
And I love West Side Gun,
You
but
can't
come
think
on,
of
don't be
anybody with a
silly.
better.
You know what?
I
I'll
can
say
think of a
this.
few people with a better catalog.
Langston. West Side Gun, he has a great ear for beats.
Tremendous.
And I think a lot of times when you have that great ear for beats, it allows you to feel like you're putting together flawless projects because sonically, track to track, it sounds
Beautiful.
amazing. But how can you have an untouchable discography when your rapping ability is below? Like there's that line right there of an average rapper. To be fair, in my opinion, West Side Gun is a below average rapper who talks real shit. His subject matter is real, but his ability to make words rhyme, below average with fire beats.
Knows how
In
to swag
fact,
it out too.
What West Side has done, in my opinion, is taking a southern model from the mid 2000s. Trap rapper who can't rap that well, but talks about shit that you can relate to that sounds real.
And
You know what I mean?
the bars are, even though they're not great bars, some of the bars, the lines are hitting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. What he's talking about speaks to a certain audience and it hits a certain type of way. But you can't have an untouchable discography without the bar work. To me, like only a handful of rappers you can honestly say have a untouchable discography because they can rap.
Who you talking about?
West Side Gun from Griselda. And
A
I
third house in my cougar name.
You know what I mean? But because Sincere is the person who brought Griselda to the Rap Roundtable's table, proverbially speaking, what do you think about West Side's discography, bro?
I think it's good, and I think we should
Untouchable?
I think we should
Heavy
normalize.
word.
I think we should normalize
I like them.
saying that
I don't know all
things
that
are
shit, man.
good
Right.
and just leaving it at that.
Very well said. Very well
You know what I
said,
mean?
Sin.
I like
Just
how
'cause
Sin
it's-
is a politician now.
Just because it's good,
I'm
don't,
rubbing off
don't
on 'em.
mean it's untouchable.
Well, you know what? You
Don't
know what?
mean it's goated.
Guess what's gonna happen because of them? I wasn't thinking about putting no fucking music out.
Oh.
No. Listen,
When I heard them niggas,
I
Yeah.
love
That's all-
Griselda.
Hold on.
It's still alive.
well,
Real
matter
rap
of
is
fact,
back.
no disrespect. When I heard them old niggas,
Yeah.
I
And our
said,
young
yo,
boys.
you know what? Sometimes there's people that bridge the gap. Kanye even the playing field,
Yes.
and when he did that, niggas didn't do what they were supposed to do. He even the playing field when he first came out. Griselda did it again.
Right.
So it's time for niggas to go berserk out here. Because I tell all the elder statesmen, like,
emotion out there.
I tell all the elder statesmen, like, yo, you can't talk down on trap if you're not putting out rap.
Facts.
Speak on it.
You gotta,
Talk about
there's
it.
a whole demographic that wanna hear,
Bow.
no, there's a whole demographic that wants to hear nowadays the killers is cowards, enforcers, informants, bosses is bitches, drug blocks is dormant. Still we entertain that dream to live enormous. They wanna hear wordplay from
Right.
someone new.
Rhyme schemes.
Rhyme schemes.
I want that first
They
person
want to
perspective.
hear somebody. They want to hear the new NWA 2022. There's a whole demographic that's not being fed. I went out last weekend. It was my first time out since going through my health problems and going to I went in this little bar up in deep in Connecticut, right? And there was adults in there, and you know what they were doing? They'd attend what you said, knock your head off. The whole club
June
started.
bug.
What's this
wait,
thing?
June bug.
Okay,
it's the fucking Pee Wee
Challenge.
Herman.
Wow, bro.
that's a fact.
Knock your
But
head
I
off.
bust out laughing. It was so funny to me. I'm an asshole. I said, yo,
It's a Spot 'em Got 'em song. That went
what
popular.
and I like Spot 'em Got 'em. I like that song. But what I will say is, there's no thing for people. I don't think you should be 40 and 50. Like, you know what
Well,
I'm saying?
why
I mean,
not
no,
if you
no.
enjoy it?
No, because
There's a
Keeps you
place
young.
for that,
because
but
it's
it
for
can't be all of that.
children.
But don't you think hip hop has progressed to the point that it's not a young man's game? Like
I'm
I feel
not
like
saying it's not a young man's game.
So
what I'm saying is there's still certain sectors. I don't want to say,
I was on
Nah,
the edge of my seat to listen to that Nas and Hov.
You got me locked in.
everybody has the right to their opinion,
Okay,
but there's certain things that are for young people.
that's fair. That's a fair take.
But some people said about hip hop in and of itself. I was on the edge of my seat to hear new Nas and Hov. And them niggas is like 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it can't be too much of a young man's game.
And you know what? Those guys transcend age. Because the 21-year-olds tapped into that record just the same way the 40-year-olds tapped into that record. They transcend age. But Minnesota made a point about Griselda essentially doing what Kanye did as far as opening the door
They
and
open
setting
it.
the bar
Everybody.
for everybody
Yo,
to get
listen, old niggas is getting deals. These
That's a
niggas that I
fact.
know from the Bronx on
Right.
the other side, I was like, yo, they looking at me over on Universe, wherever. I don't know what to do. They calling me. Like, I definitely need a beat from you. And I'm laughing because it's happening.
Because you know what? They opened up that door, and there's people who they say what they say about Griselda, and they kind of disparage them. But at the same time, they're stealing sauce and doing exactly the same thing they're doing sonically. And then we see, ironically, Conway the Machine drops La Máquina, and he decides to adopt a lot of 808s. He almost said, you know what? He curveballed us because the Griselda aesthetic is being stolen so much that I feel like guys like we talk about Benny a lot here, and Conway now feel like we have to do something else because they've stole our sauce. So now we got to steal their sauce. La Máquina comes out, and I was a little surprised about the project and what it sounded like. The ball work is there.
I love
Well,
that girl
definitely.
that got down with them.
Amari Caesar. What else?
Yeah,
What's her name?
yeah,
the
Amani
girl
Caesar.
that's-
Amani Caesar. Yeah.
She's fire, but that project drops, and I'm like, what is this
That's
about?
Not Amani Caesar. This is a girl that's down with that whole upstate New York thing. Lil brown skin girl. I'm trying to think of her name.
Chin Noir.
Che Noir.
Oh,
Shay
Shay
Noir.
Noir. Yeah.
But see, because
Well, I
of
love the work with
Griselda,
her.
not the shit on her. I'm not fronting on her.
Right.
But because they've made that air quote lo-fi aesthetic popular culture, a Shay Noir can come in
Right.
and be fire. But then I'm surprised that Conway, because he went the 808 routes. He went away from the aesthetic
Right.
that made him hot.
Right.
So like I'ma ask Sin, like, bro, how did you feel about that? Because that's not what we expect from Conway.
I think that he's looking at Benny, and he's getting.
Or the competition. Did you hear the bars?
Yeah.
The competition is there. Fierce.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's looking at Benny, and he's and he was recently in some. I didn't even like read the article or watch the video, whatever it was. But I know that recently he admitted that there has been a little bit of separation in the Griselda camp, right? No beef, nothing like that.
They're going in different
they're-
directions.
Different directions, kind of growing apart, whatever. But yeah, but I mean, it's well documented here on the Rap Roundtable that we've all been saying like, yo, like Conway's the nicest, but Benny it has
Star.
that star quality
Yeah.
and he's shooting for that mainstream appeal.
He's shooting for the throne.
And I think Conway's looking at that and it's like, yo, I'm not gonna get left behind. I'm too nice to be left behind.
But did
You
he
kidding?
But did he sacrifice what he's good at
See, hold on.
to chase the throne?
I think
It's all about who
No.
makes the best records.
right. But we back to the Nas and Hov dichotomy, like I think I think Conway's his bag is staying with the gritty, the grimy, the storytelling, the
Aight.
word, the lyricism.
Sin.
I don't think he quite.
He tried to
fits
switch up from
that-
it,
Let me
though.
ask you this.
I-
I'm gonna help you here.
All right.
Did Conway compromise who he is as an artist to try to catch up to what Benny's doing sonically?
Compromise
Sin.
is a strong word.
No, he did not.
No,
not.
a compromise is a
Okay.
strong word. I think he again. I think he doesn't sound quite as comfortable in that lane as Benny does. But I don't think he compromised himself. I think he still came off and did his thing. Kind of like like Nas on, I don't know, Nas on You Owe Me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that type, like, you know what I mean? Like we don't expect that from him, but he still came off.
Did
Maybe not,
All the way.
Benny status, maybe not all the way, but like
I don't think he compromised, bro. It was the same bar, same vigor. It was just on different beats.
What song are y'all talking about?
With the album La Machina by
don't even know what
Conway the Machine,
I don't even,
latest album.
La Machina?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
the Machine.
The
Oh, the
machine.
machine. Okay.
So it's pretty dope.
Self-titled, basically.
Machina.
But yeah, I'm listening to it. I'm like, this kid's spitting, and I actually didn't listen to the joints like 2 days ago. And I listened to the song Katie that you said you didn't like, and as soon as it came on, I was like, I know why Sin doesn't like this beat. You know what I'm saying? I know why Sin doesn't like this record because it's a today kind of record. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's and I thought that wasn't a bad record either. I just thought it wasn't his general speed, but
Any of your brothers heard the album I put out?
Oh, hell yeah.
I didn't.
I did.
He's selfish. He'll listen to it and not share it with us.
Nah, this shit. It's in the link tree.
Yeah.
In the link tree.
Yeah, I said the link tree.
Huh?
I did.
Yo no sé, papi.
Let me have to comb back.
There's
through
some
it.
wordplay on there. There's some serious wordplay. I've been a ghostwriter, but I ain't gonna say who I ghosted up for.
oh shit.
I mean, maybe you should.
Nah.
I had to try it. Y'all, I had to try. Y'all know me. But I felt like 630, the track on Conway's project, that kind of bag with the 70s sample, with the 808 drum riff, is the great marriage with his ball work. In fact, I got excited at the fact that he acknowledged that Benny is the popular one. And that he's basically showing y'all, I'm still the nicest though. Because we all came from that time in rap where it was competition. All this shit about let's be friends, let's collaborate. It's cool, don't get me wrong. I love seeing my favorite rappers get together and collab. But I also like the rapper that says, I'm the nicest, can't nobody fuck with me, I don't need nobody else on my record.
Top dog.
And the fact that Conway, while not beefing with Benny, decided that I'm gonna compete. Benny's getting popular. Hello, people, I got more bars than Benny. That's basically what he said on this whole project.
Right.
I got more bars than Benny. I'm the nicest out inside of Griselda. Y'all need to listen to what I'm talking about. And the fact that he saw what Benny did with Burden of Proof, he saw what Benny did with Plugs I Met Too, and decided, I'm gonna adopt what Benny does. Because the best way to compete is to see what your competition is doing, take what they do and do it better. And that's what La Machina was. I'm gonna try to do what Benny does better than Benny. I'm excited about that. I'm not gonna say it was better than what Benny's done, but the fact that he's willing to take that path and jump on a boat and say, you know what, Benny, I see you, bro. You kind of lapping me right now with the popularity, but I'm nicer than you. I'm excited to see what the rest of 2021 looks like, because we all know here, and I'll say I love Benny more than I love Conway, but bar for bar, it's not even close.
Conway has he's risen to the top of my sports bar rapper.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's like what Fab
Back-to-back
was.
MVP
He was
seasons
Fab.
like Patrick
Joe
Mahomes.
Budden too
He's
was up there
Clue era
too.
Fab with Pusha T now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's up-
saying?
It's highly up there, bro.
I'm excited about the fact that these two, we're blessed to have these two guys in the popular segment of rap, as opposed to bullshit. I'm in a weird way, we gotta say it. I'm talking a lot. I'm rambling. I'm sorry.
Nah, talk your shit, bro.
With the pandemic, we talked about it earlier this year and last year. Pushing all the fluff out the way because you can't go outside. The fact that Griselda has taken this opportunity to get to the front of the line and bring bars back.
Beautiful.
it excites me for the future of hip hop because we deserve bars, bro.
Yes.
Lil Yachty dropped the other day. He only sold 15K. We getting the bullshit out of here.
Out of
We
here.
getting the
Did you
bullshit
really
out of here.
clap because of
Lil Boat.
Lil Yachty's poor first week numbers?
Fuck Lil Yachty.
15K? That's beyond
That's
poor.
dookie.
Raps.
Yeah. Did y'all ever hear the track I did with Mos Def?
Yeah,
Grown Man Business?
Yeah.
Yes.
absolutely.
I tried.
Let me ask you this.
I'm looking
you
at it.
mentioned
I
it.
sent it.
You see what Griselda's doing with the aesthetic, the extreme boom bappery of it.
Right.
Do you feel a way at all about the fact that this sound is popular in 2021 when for a while it was fronted on by people in the culture?
I fucking love it.
Okay.
Look, this is, you know what's crazy about music? Some of the best artists in the world are stuck in prison right now. And the prison is called Instagram and YouTube.
Okay.
They're gonna peak in a second. Yo, this is gonna sound crazy coming from a rap producer. I want rap to kind of go away for a little while.
Wow.
And what I mean by that is, I'm a great R&B producer. I've never got to put no shit out there. I'm a great roller skate music producer. Like, let the Bennies thrive, let the Nas's thrive, let the Jay-Z's thrive, let the Jadakisses thrive, let the Mos Def, the Talibs, the Black Thoughts, and get these other motherfuckers back in position. Because people are fiending for real music.
Yeah.
Our culture right now is being dominated by people who are looking for a desired result of stupidity.
Oh, applaud this man.
You know what I'm saying? So
A desired result of stupidity.
I've
That
heard
is
records.
hip-hop.
I've heard records that sounded like a little bit, little bit of good. I little what a nigga want. Yo, matter of fact, right? You remember when what's my man? He put out the record. I got that good cushion alcohol. I got some down
Future.
bitches. Now listen, no pun intended. I
Be careful where you tread with this.
I love.
Be careful where you tread with
No,
this.
no, I'm gonna bust your whole head open to the white meat. Now,
As long as
like
my
the
bitches
record.
love me. That was Wayne in
Huge.
Future.
I loved the record, but I was like, what the fuck is this melody? And you know, me as a musician, like if I worked that sample clearance, everybody would be caught. And I would never. I think producers need to shut the fuck up because people didn't even know what we were doing. I watched Bob James like, oh, that's my record.
Oh, the
They don't know.
with Track Live.
So the producers got to shut the fuck up and stop talking to people. But what I'm trying to say is, shit, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? This happens to me.
Future
shutting
is
up
saying
about-
good cushion alcohol.
You know what that is?
What's that?
Hush, little baby, don't you cry.
True.
I'm just gonna write you a lullaby. And they had me on that one. I was stuck for a minute. So I'm sitting there listening like, why is this record so hot? Why does it resonate with my soul?
Right.
Because I was listening to it in kindergarten.
That's a fact.
Lullabies.
And they make these
A
good they
fucking
make these great
lullaby?
records.
So, no pun intended. I love the Southern drum because the Southern drum is the African drum. I like what they do, but I want to hear somebody talk that talk. Talking that.
That's what we came up on.
Yo, I never forget. I never knew how fucked up the Bronx was. So I was 7 years old on the baseball team, and Melly Mel came out with the message. And I really looked around at my environment like, oh shit, something is wrong.
It's a fact.
I didn't know. I just.
That's programming.
I didn't know that this wasn't a good place to live
If you grow up a certain way, you don't know what you're supposed to know. You don't know what you don't know.
when you in it.
Well, we in the stretch run of the Rap Roundtable. We're gonna do some rapid fire discussions here. First things first. Views from Drake dropped. 5-year anniversary. An album that we waited for about 5 years before it dropped. A lot of people talk about it as Drake's magnum opus, as Drake's classic. I'm not sure if Drake has one classic. I'm getting my take off early. Views was what it was. He had some big records on there, but long story short, in my opinion, Drake doesn't have one classic album. He's a pop artist who happens to rap.
Whoa. Drake is that dude, man.
He's that dude. But
Wait a minute.
But we talking bodies of work. He got
See-
singles.
See, sometimes when you have rappers, you have to understand there are rappers that fall towards the males,
Right.
and then they have rappers that fall towards the
So
ladies.
you saying for the ladies, Drake got classics?
For the ladies, dead scratch your face right now. He's the new LL.
Okay.
He's the LL. He's the Jay-Z for the woman. How we felt when Jay dropped Reasonable Doubt and Nas dropped I Sipped the Dom P watching Gun. The girls, listen, and let me tell you something. Mos Def took me to Toronto for the first time in 2003. And I fell in love with that fucking town. I was even thinking about
It's
moving
an
up there.
underrated town, Toronto.
Because the pussy levels up there. Mos Def went up there and fell in love in a day. I did the same shit. I was
Thomas
mad at
Fat
him for
Booty up
doing
there?
it. I was in love with the Ethiopian girl up in fucking Toronto.
A lot of Ethiopian.
I was
people over there,
almost like that movie Harlem Nights when niggas like tell the kids I'm never coming home.
yeah. Yo, we out of tequila?
Yo. So
I don't got it.
I'm a killing that shit.
in Toronto, they been had that problem 100-1. Canadian niggas is all about the broads. And they nigga up there. Toronto, they got a housing project called Regent Park. You will get stripped.
We talking about
Bucket
Toronto, and we
naked.
talking about Views by Drake.
Yeah, but if you're talking about Views by Drake, but what I'm trying to say is these girls were like, yo, many Drake. They was trying to put me with Drake. And Toronto has a fakeness problem too. So I was like, ain't no nigga got signed with Lil Wayne up here. Y'all lying. I missed it. I was there. I could have.
So Minnesota, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you listened to Views?
Drake's album.
Who?
Drake's album.
Which one is that? With the one with 25 songs on
When
it?
I had
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's the one.
20
Yeah,
songs.
you know what? I didn't make it. I never made it through the album. I'm weird with music. Like my group be getting on my back. Yo, yeah. They said, where you getting your inspiration from? I said, from the sun. On
From
these
the
vitamin
sun?
D.
Had some big records on that joint though.
But yeah, like just talk to me because we got to get out of here soon.
Yeah.
Lang,
Yeah.
Views, classic or not?
Hell no. If you think it's a classic, get your head checked. I mean, maybe you played football at a young age and had too many concussions. I remember when the album came out and getting through it was like going to the dentist.
Wow.
It was a chore.
Wow.
Listen,
Wow, bro.
there's some good
No,
songs
I
on
agree,
it.
but the salaciousness. is-
My point is that, first of all, I hate that Drake is this artist who has all this money and has an awesome life, and I need to listen to an hour and a half of how shitty he feels. Like, why do I need to sit through this?
Because-
Dog, I got real
You know
problems in
why?
my life. I listen to you to get away from my
You
problems.
know why?
But let me finish though. Let me finish.
He's a Toronto
So,
nigga. That's why.
No, Views, I don't like that album. Does Drake have any classics? No. Hell no. The closest one is probably If You're Reading This, but even that is like borderline
Because
if
he
I'm
didn't
being...
write it,
Probably
but go ahead.
And there's questions with that. So yeah, those are my feelings on
Deanie,
this
talk
topic.
to
Yo,
me.
man.
Definitely not a classic, but there are some classic records on the album.
Like, Sincere, talk to me.
I mean, it has some kind of classic non-rap records. on
That's
it.
a fact. That's a
It
whole
had
fact.
Controller.
Them shits
It had
was
One Dance.
tough
It had
too.
the joint with
Bling.
Rihanna. It has some dope pop records on there. So maybe it's a pop classic. I don't know. I
Grammys
don't
with Future.
I don't really delve into the pop realm too much. But yeah, definitely not rap. Definitely
All right,
not
so-
hip hop classic.
The yes or no segment of the Rap Roundtable. TDE put on social media that on May 7th, there's going to be an announcement for a project or maybe new music from the label. The hope is Kendrick is going to be at the top of that list.
The 5-foot giant.
The 5-foot giant. So I think I know the answer to this, but I have to ask because people deserve the answers. Are we finally ready for some new Kendrick? Yes or no? Sincere.
I'm ready for some new Kendrick. I don't think it's gonna be new Kendrick though.
You don't think it's going to be new Kendrick? Minnesota, you follow Kendrick Lamar?
With the K.
Are you ready for some new Kendrick?
Yeah,
I like it.
I like him.
Deanie.
Say that we get ready for some new Kendrick. They even say the artist. You might be getting some new Brandon Rashad or some shit like that.
Oh,
It's-
no. Stop being
it's-
negative.
Yo, is Anderson Paak his ghostwriter?
That would break Sin's heart.
I don't know. The way I listen to music, when I hear, I was always listening to Anderson early. But when I hear Kendrick, I hear Anderson.
I don't got the
That's
answer.
that West Coast shit.
Langston.
I'm just.
Are we ready for Kendrick? Fuck yeah, and he better drop something because the crown is falling from his head,
This-
and it might just be picked up by that boy Freddie Gibbs, man. So
Stop
Kendrick
it.
got to get on it.
Shit.
This is the first time I could say, as much as I love Schoolboy Q, it better not be Schoolboy.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Schoolboy too.
I would take some school.
I would take
Nah.
Schoolboy.
Nah.
Pause.
I fuck
But
with
Super pause.
at this point, we looking at what rap is doing, right? We need Kendrick.
Yeah,
It's time.
yeah, we do.
The other day, another quick yes or no. J. Cole says the offseason is coming. Are we ready for some J. Cole or can J. Cole wait? Sincere.
Kendrick and J. Cole at the same time. Like, can he space that out?
So you say Cole?
I would
not
take
confirmed to
Kendrick
Kendrick.
first, maybe J. Cole later, or the other way around, one way or another, but not at the same time, man.
So no for you.
nah.
Minnesota, are you ready for some Cole or not?
I would say yeah, based on Cole. He doesn't rap about regular things that everybody.
Facts.
He doesn't
That's what
rap
I'm saying.
about the regular thing that everybody raps about. So that's why I like him. He's kind of a break from the norm. Like he had a record about being a kid and getting some pussy. And,
Yeah.
he doesn't follow in the sense
but
of.
let me be 100% clear about this. I'm ready for some new J. Cole, or I'm ready for some new Kendrick, one or the other. But if
Not
they
at the
both
same time.
drop at the same time, it's like they,
You don't know if it's
like
Kendrick.
in the mainstream realm, they're gonna kind of cancel each other out, and it's
Fair.
like, yo, they got.
They won't cancel each other out, but
Cole or
Kendrick
not?
undercut him.
I could use some new Cole because I don't believe it's gonna be Kendrick. It might be like the new SZA or some shit like that.
They don't.
Yo, at least J.
Dini.
Cole. At
New
least J.
Absol.
Cole.
Wait, Dini, you supposed to be the balance, not the
Bro,
negative.
at least J. Cole said, "I'm giving you new music on this date."
Touche.
We didn't get that from TDE.
That's true.
Langston, Cole or not?
I think Cole the last couple years had really big years without dropping a solo album, which is really interesting. So I think I'm good on Cole. But I mean, listen, he's a talented brother. So if he puts out that album, maybe
fire.
we gotta hear what he got. That's my answer.
Absolutely. I wanted to say real quick, we didn't get to it earlier, but rest in peace to Black Rob.
Yes,
R.I.P.
yes. Underrated as fuck.
Rest in peace to Shock G, a legend.
Yes,
Rest in peace to DMX, a legend.
dog,
A
my
legend
man.
who didn't get his flowers as big as he was.
yes,
But
yes.
nevertheless, it is time in the episode. Sincere gets the full ISO. Sincere's been waiting this whole episode for this full ISO. And we're going to ask you to please get off.
Get off my lawn.
Get off
Listen.
Sincere's lawn.
I'm gonna keep it brief because we've run out of time a little bit. But this lawn segment goes out to actually no G in the game. Irv Gotti, man, like. So as we all know, DMX passed away, right? Rest in peace to the goat, or one of the goats, the legend. So there, there was there's a lot of speculation as to like what caused his untimely death. We all know that he had issues with, drug addiction and stuff like that. But Irv Gotti took it upon himself to, like, in an interview, some type of interview online, to divulge whether it's true or not, we don't know. But allegedly, he said something about that he got a bad batch of, like, crack and fentanyl, like. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, whether it's true or not is not even the matter here. Like, this is, if anybody were to divulge this, it would have to be somebody in his family. Respect the family, respect the fact that this man just passed away, and don't, like, overstep your boundaries. Like, I know I know Irv and DMX go back, but.
Asshole.
But hey, I couldn't have said it better myself.
He stole a beat from me.
That
Everybody steals from many.
I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, it's like, just have some have some respect. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
that's your man's. And again, whether it's true or not, it could. Who knows? But that's not even the point. It's like, just don't put a dirty laundry out there like that. Like, somebody that just passed away, let them rest in peace. Let them,
me and Irv is cool now.
Okay.
But to just speak to his character, he probably didn't do it with bad intent.
Nah,
He's an outspoken guy.
right.
Because,
He-
when I first went to meet him,
He doesn't seem like he has a filter.
he did none.
Right.
So he didn't do it as an asshole.
Yeah.
He did it as, I'm being Irv.
Right.
I know DMX. DMX
Right.
is my man. When I first went to meet Irv
Just be
Gotti,
mindful, we're running out of time. Ace.
okay, he stole a beat from me. Everybody's calling me like, yo, your beat is on the radio, Ja Rule, and Lil Wayne is rapping on your beat. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't listen to radio.
Right.
It was my beat. I go to meet Irv, go down to Def Jam. He's down there with 40 niggas. I don't know if he thought I was coming on bullshit time. I got my kufi on, my dashiki, just, me, my lawyer, and my cousin and shit. So we worked it out. But Irv, the first time I met him, he was like, yo, who are you? Yo, you're incredible. Yo, we was in here trying to steal your shit, and we couldn't. He said, what did you do? I said, when I do my beats, sometimes I put the ASR, I can pitch in the middle, so you can't play it. It's not gonna sound right if you try to do it over. So he was like, yo, that's amazing. Yo, we was really in here trying to steal your shit. And I'm just looking at this nigga like, something wrong with him.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's how I met him. But he's an outspoken guy.
Yeah, but like, as Minnesota said, he probably didn't have any ill intent, but it's just you gotta have some type of,
Cool.
yeah.
Waff.
And just like, like think about like the family and have some, just think about respecting them and their privacy and whatever. So
Or
get the fuck off my lawn.
I love the fact that so long in, when I throw the alley to Sin, he knows exactly how to finish it. Langston, bro, before I get to you, Minnesota,
Yo,
your social media so people can find you, follow you, and tap in with you.
shit. Minnesota Money Boss. Minnesota _ Money Boss. And I think I don't know what's going on. I can't get in my Instagram. I hope I'm still there.
You still there?
Minnesota _ Money Boss. And then there's Minnesota _ Money Boss Players. So I'm probably gonna give up both
Are you on
pages.
Twitter?
No, I need to get on there.
Twitter is the space for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo,
Absolutely.
dead ass, bro.
More than Instagram, more than anything else.
Yo,
Twitter
fuck
is where
Instagram.
you need to be.
Twitter, my nigga, for real.
Tap in with that. Langston.
They'll block me on Twitter.
No, they won't. They'll flourish. You'll
more fair-
flourish
it's
on
more
Twitter. Trust me
lenient.
when
You know
I
what?
tell you.
I've been blocked on every social media thing I'm on because I know. you
No,
know,
your point of view is built for Twitter, bro.
It
Trust
is?
me. I'm not even bullshitting you. Twitter
It's
and
fact.
what you do outside of music,
Yeah.
Twitter is the space. Tap
Talk your
in.
shit.
Trap in.
Langston, it's been 2 months since we've had you here. You've been missed. Your presence has been missed. Your energy's been missed. Real quick before you go, let the listeners know that you're back in full effect.
Listen, man, I'm back, and I'm not back like on some 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't want to get into too much detail, but I was going through some shit in my personal life. And, I was talking with the fellas, and even after, me and the fellas talked, some other shit came up. And sometimes, when people close to you fuck you over, your impulse is to just, just remove yourself from everyone close to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just here to tell you, if that's your impulse, if you're like me, and you got real people around you that really love you and really value you, and you have something like we got at the Rap Roundtable, hold it close to you, man. Because this shit right here, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but
Too late.
but yo, dog,
Life is real.
listen, no funny shit. Like, this is some real shit. Like, our bond is one thing, and I value it, but it's exponential because of what we got here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I want to shout out Josh because we're running close to the end, and he's holding us down. You know what I'm
Nigga,
saying?
get home.
Absolutely.
So shout to Josh. And
You take us home, bro.
Listen, I want to acknowledge DMX too for showing me this strength and weakness. I love you, man. God bless you. Listen, shout to Minnesota, a Bronx legend, holding us
Facts.
down with stories about New York City. I know our New York City listeners really enjoyed this episode because he was cutting
Hey.
deep. You know what I'm
You
saying?
side.
Hey,
Bronx
Yo,
especially.
You're always welcome on the show on behalf of Minnesota, the Bronx legend. My man
Wait.
Job, the point guard. You got something to say, bro?
Minnesota Money
Minnesota
Boss.
Money Boss. My bad.
Some young white kid in Minnesota owns the name.
All right, so we want to respect.
Yeah, so I can't use it.
We want to respect. So on behalf of Minnesota Money Boss,
Once
from
upon a
Soundview,
handshake on all streaming platforms.
Check it
Job,
out.
the point guard,
Fire.
Sincere the Rap Snob, Deanie the Balance.
You dig?
Lil, we'll see y'all in a month, man. We out!
Yes, sir.